So I have another word for you real quick. But I had to get my lighter to light my blunt. Anxiety is a tool God uses to polish his treasure. Raise your hand if you have anxiety in the comment section. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I'll tell you the truth. Anxiety is a 21st century term, honey. When I was growing up, I never heard nothing about damn anxiety. I've heard of depression though. Like depression was running rampant. But anxiety is this feeling of I describe it as a feeling of crippling nervousness. That's what it feels like to me. It starts here in my chest, okay, and it feels a physical sensation that coincides with a nervousness feeling of like being in jeopardy. A paranoia comes over me, X, Y, and Z. I developed anxiety 3 years ago. I can tell you to the date. It is right after me and my ex-boyfriend got into a fight in Vegas, and for the first time in my life, my face was fucked up. That started it. Then after that, COVID-19 hit, and that caused me a bit of xenophobia, a fear of going outside, things of that nature. And I went to God, and I was having a conversation with my mother this week, and I told her, and it just came over me to talk about it with her. I told her that God used anxiety so that I would treat myself how I'm supposed to be treated, treating myself how I'm supposed to be treated, so that God could use me in a more abundant way. See, prior to me having anxiety, I was loose. I would go anywhere. I would do anything. I would buy a car, drive across the country. I was fearless. Which I still am, but more thought out, because I'm a treasure of God. When you know that you're a treasure of God, you have to adjust yourself accordingly. And I wasn't doing the adjustment. I wasn't. I was allowing this fuck ass nigga to run top on my money. I was working. My diligence was there, but I was willing to put myself in any room and do anything just to be seen. And I told y'all I was an attention whore, but I realized I was an attention whore for a purpose. Okay, so let's talk about anxiety for myself. And I don't know if this translates to anybody else, but maybe you can understand it after I get done talking. I realized that I was loose with myself. I realized that I was gifted and talented, and I'm able to assist a lot of people with my gift. But I couldn't have got to this point if I did not develop anxiety. I promise you. I wouldn't. Now, would I be successful? Yes, but there would not be you consuming upon my brand right now. Anxiety, and I didn't realize it at the time, was a feeling and emotion that was navigating me to not only honor myself more, both in the physical body, but honor what I'm able and elicited to provide to society. See, every room doesn't need to be blessed with the treasure of God. Every room doesn't need it. If you really sit back and think about where anxiety has plagued your life, it has always been in a place you either didn't belong, you've outgrown, or it's purposeful. And I didn't realize it until this week. Right? I've been tortured by it. I've been popping Lexapro and motherfucking Prozac for the blues. Okay? But as we utilize technology to become more unified as a species, anxiety has become more prevalent because people are starting to wake up and realize there's more to me than what society has told me it was. It's more to me than arithmetic in school. It's more than the indoctrination that society has elicited to keep us controlled for us. This is why anxiety is starting to become more prevalent in society, because people are starting to realize, oh my God, there's more to life. And then anxiety is the guide to get you to that more. And yet it has been labeled something negative by who? For what? They've developed medication for it. By who? For what? But the feeling comes from not them. So if the feeling don't come from them and we got that feeling and they're giving us medication to make the feeling go away, oh, I'm on to something. I'm on to something. I'm on to something. Then we'll never be able to get to where we're going. I'm not going to say embrace anxiety because it don't feel good. But neither does a caterpillar breaking every bone in its body to become a butterfly. We got to embrace anxiety, bro. And I know it sounds weird, but I mean, bitch, this shit is crippling. Like, I be in the bed, like, and that's how the breath is. Like, but if you get quiet and rest in that feeling, there's a purpose behind it, and it is God's GPS. Don't numb it. Figure out the trigger of it, and that's a clue as to where you're evolving. I say this from experience, okay? And again, I'm still a student of God on the planet. I'm 33. I have a huge following. I get it, but I'm still learning, and I'll report back to you about anxiety. We might need to do Anxiety Week next week. Let me know, girl. But that is what I'll say. Anxiety for me was a guide or a GPS God gave me when I wasn't consciously paying attention. I wasn't looking for guidance. I was just living life. It started from a climactic event, and that event let me know where I was fucking up with romantic partners, and then that was echoed with public embarrassment. That geared me to actually polish myself and treat myself better in the public. How has your anxiety served you, bitch? I'll pull a card. Let's ask the tarot. What is anxiety? How does anxiety serve us? I spilled some Kool-Aid on it. The Bootz card shows up upright. It's getting us to our final destination.